On Oblivion by Morion Zenes. It is improper, however, customary to refer to the denizens of the dimension of Oblivion as demons. This practice probably dates to the Alessian doctrines of the first era prophet Maruk, which rather amusingly forbade traffic with daemons, and then neglected to explain what daemons were. It is most probable that daemon is a misspelling or etymological rendition of Daedra, the old elven word for those strange, powerful creatures of uncertain motivation who hail from the dimension of Oblivion. Daedra is actually the plural form, the singular is Daedroth, and the later tract by King Hale the Pious of Skyrim, almost 1,000 years after publication of the original doctrines. The evil machinations of his political enemies are compared to the wickedness of the demons of Oblivion. Their depravity equals that of Sanguine himself. They are cruel as Bothiah, calculating as Moleg Bal, mad as Sheogorath. Hale the Pious thus long-winded introduced 4 of the Daedric Lords to written record. But the written record is not, after all, the best way to research Oblivion and Daedra who inhabit it. Those who traffic with daemons seldom wish it to be a matter of public account. Nevertheless, scattered through the literature of the First Era are diaries, journals, notices for witch burnings, and guides for Daedra slayers. These I have used as my primary source material. They're at least trustworthy as the Daedric lords I have actually summoned and spoken with at length. Apparently, Oblivion is a place composed of many lands. Thus, there are many names for which Oblivion is synonymous. Cold Harbor, Quagmire, Moonshadow, etc. It may be correctly supposed that each land of Oblivion is ruled over by one prince, the Daedric princes whose names appear over and over in ancient records, though this is not an infallible test of their authenticity or explicit existence, to be sure, are the aforementioned Sanguine, Bothiah, Moleg Bal, and Sheogorath, and in addition Azura, Mephala, Clavicus Vile, Vermina, Malakath, Hermaeus, or Herma. There seems to be no one accepted spelling. Mora, Namira, Jigalag, Nocturnal, Mehrunes Dagon, and Periite. From my experience, Daedra are a mixed lot. It is almost impossible to categorize them as a whole except for their immense power and penchant for extremism. Be that as it may, I have here attempted to do so in a few cases, purely for the sake of scholastic expediency. Mehrunes Dagon, Moleg Bal, Periite, Bothiah, and Vermina are among the most consistently demonic of the Daedra, in the sense that their spheres seem to be destructive in nature. The other Daedra can, of course, be equally dangerous, but seldom purely for the sake of destruction as these 5 can. Nor are these previous 5 identical in their destructiveness. Mehrunes Dagon seems to prefer natural disasters, earthquakes, and volcanoes for venting his anger. Moleg Bal elects the employment of other Daedra, and Boethia inspires the arms of mortal warriors. Periite's spear seems to be pestilence, and Vermina's torture. In preparation for the next installment of this series, I will be investigating 2 matters that have intrigued me since I began my career as a Daedra researcher. The first is the one particular Daedroth, perhaps yet another Daedra prince, referred to in multiple articles of Incubala as Hircine. Hircine has been called the huntsman of the princes, and the father of man-beasts, but I have yet to find him anyone who can summon him. The other, and perhaps more doubtful goal I have, is to find practical means for mortal men to pass through to Oblivion. It has always been my philosophy that we need only fear that which we do not understand, and with that thought in mind, I ever pursue my objective.
Need something?